So I'm back at the place, right? Got here just before sunset, right? Or I mean, like, yeah, really close to it. And I had to set up camp first, but yeah, as you can tell, it's progressing pretty nicely. All right. So here we are, fire up and running, tent in place, off for some fishing. All right. Tomorrow we're gonna go over the basics of making a water filter. All right, we're gonna make some active coal. Look for sand. If you haven't seen it before, I'll show you where to find sand, and we'll build a filter. Okay, and this might be the last camping trip for this year. I mean, it's getting cold, really cold here. We're at somewhere around freezing at night, and well, I mean, I'm not gonna pretend like one of those guys on the internet, walking around in waist-high snow and snot running, and pretending I'm living out there. That's not what's gonna happen here. My goal is to show you how to make it out here, but I'm not gonna freeze my ass off over it. All right, cool. So one of the things you can do in the freezing cold, right, is that you can find fist large rocks. Smooth is preferable, right? You can heat them up a little bit by the fire, and that way you can have yourself a heater. You put it close to any artery in your body, right? Like under your arms, in your armpits, and your groin, by your feet maybe, places that take up heat and transport it throughout your body easily, right? And well, it goes without saying, don't heat it up too much, right? but feel it first with your hands, right? I mean, it's not that complicated. Just have a feel at it. If it's reasonably hot, you bring it with you in your sleeping bag or whatever. It's gonna keep you warm for hours, because since your body exchanges heat with it as well, it doesn't cool off that fast. Okay, and that's a trick you can do even in the winter time, right? Especially in the winter time. But like I said, not doing it. Right. I hope you remember what I said about you only needing dry starter wood to get the fire going, right? After that, you can stack firewood along the sides of it, dry it for tomorrow or just for later this evening, right? And well, living in nature is a full-time job. There's a lot of things you don't do when you live, for an example, in an apartment, right? I mean, like, there is a lot of things you take for granted. So cooking food, for one, it is a project. I'm not gonna lie about that. I mean, like, it is really a project, and it can take you about an hour or even more sometimes, right? But it also contributes to the serene. I'm not sure if you can tell, but it is a clear sky, stars. However, the stars never, I mean, sure, we got scattered stars, but it's not like pictures you see from places like Texas, for an example, where you got this insane amount of stars, right? And the reason for it is that we're situated, well, far up north, right? And up here we're looking out of the Milky Way, and in Texas you're looking through the Milky Way, right? It's a disk, right? And well, way up here in the north, you look outside of the Milky Way disk. It's as simple as that, but it's pretty cool anyway. I mean, I like it. I like it, and especially when the moon is up. It's insane how much it lights up here. But yeah, beautiful night. Beautiful night. So if you like the content, share, like, subscribe, you know, maybe not in that order, but you know the thing, you know the drill, right? I mean, you've been around for a while, so yeah, and see you later.